Welcome to a special edition of Litter Media Live. I'm Dan Ramey, and we have to my left, immediate left, is Laura Corcoran. She's principal for Bishop Flaget School, and Sherri Hoselton, who's helping out with this event. She's an event planner, of course, at the country club, but an event called the Mobile Dueling Pianos. It's coming to Bishop Flaget School next week. Details are coming up in just a moment. But first, this from our friends at Rathkamp Financial.
At Rathkamp Financial, we believe in building client relationships for the long term, guiding you through the stages of wealth with a plan and bringing you closer to reaching your financial dreams. We believe in long-term relationships and working to earn your continued trust with our customized investment solutions.
It's entertainment. It's the tickling in the ivories. It's going to be a lot of people having fun, and it's raising money to help do some renovations to your gymnasium at Bishop Flaget, right?
That's correct. That's correct. We are looking at refurbishing the floor, kind of sanding it down and getting a new coating on there. And then also we are in need of a new scoreboard system. Our current one has been spliced and diced and put together so many times that it's a little less than reliable. So we're hoping to get that updated.
So it's become a STEM project.
Oh, very much so, very much so. The problem is when the STEM project's going on in the middle of a basketball game, that's a little stressful.
True, absolutely. Nobody's happy with that.
Yeah.
Mobile dueling pianos. Tell us about their availability and how this all came about.
Well, actually, I started booking them about 3 years ago at the country club. And they have come to the country club every year. Frank McGlynn is actually the owner of the company. He started as a drum major in high school, and although he is from that state up north, born and raised, we did fall in love with him, so we don't hold that against him. He's very talented. He actually was a drum major in high school, and then went on to college and pursued music, and then started with the dueling pianos and actually bought the company. Has been on cruise ships, the NCL line, has toured all over the country with other musicians, and we just fell in love with him. He's so talented and has an array of other pianists that play with him, and so I just have booked him numerous times throughout the year, and I knew that he would be a wonderful moneymaker for the Bishop Flaget school system, so I booked him to come and play for them.
We have, I've been a part of publicity, putting out publications for this event, not only this event, but others that have been involved with dueling pianos. But for people who have never seen it before, what can they expect to see?
They bring everything. They bring their pianos, they bring their sound system, and it's actually two pianists that play back against one another. It's very, what do I want to say? They get everybody involved. It's singing, it's dancing, it's clapping, it's crowd participation. And the audience can request songs. They'll play anything and everything you request. I've never, ever witnessed them not being able to play something that someone requests. They play everything from rock and roll to jazz to funk to you name it. And it's so much fun. Elvis, you name it, and it's crowd participation if nothing else. It's so entertaining and so much fun.
Lots of laughs.
Yes, lots of laughs. Yes.
And the people of Bishop Flaget at any fundraiser, they enjoy laughing.
We love to laugh.
Yes, and they love entertainment as well, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. So we were really excited when Sherri brought this idea to us because we are always looking for something to invite the community to our school to see what we have to offer and to see what's going on at Bishop Flaget. So, and I've experienced dueling pianos a few times in my life, and it's always been a lot of fun. And so it's a good combination of community, music, comedy, and just a good night of fun.
Yeah.
Well, and actually, if you're the kind of person that you don't want to participate, you're still going to love it because you can sit back at your seat and you can clap along and laugh at everyone else and participate watching everyone else. So you don't have to get up and participate.
Which is why my seat is not in the front section.
So you don't have to participate, but for those that love to participate, it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect for everyone.
And if you want to have a seat that's closer than what Laura's is going to be. You've got tables available for tables of 8, and of course that's $300. But you're in prime seating.
Prime seating for the tables. So we have a limited number of tables available. I think we're down to about 6 tables
Rathkamp
left
Financial.
in the prime seating location. And with the tables, you have a reserved seat. So if someone buys a table and you have 8 people who can come, you have reserved seats. Otherwise, the seats are general admission. So you're on a first come, first serve who finds what table to sit at. So yeah, I got my table because I don't want to be in the front.
And Laura, you might want to mention that with their ticket, there are snacks available.
Right. So our tickets are $30 a person, or like if you buy the table, it's $300 for the table. And with that, we have beer and wine all evening available, and also we have some light snacks and hors d'oeuvres. So.
And having said that, this is above 21 and older.
Oh, absolutely, right? Yes, 21 and older, yeah.
Okay, so we want to make sure people are aware of that. Let me ask, how are things going at Flaget these days? Because I know we've got some plans that we can't talk about just yet, but there are some really big stuff in the future here.
Things are great. I just really can't say enough about the great community that we live in, the awesome staff that I work with every day, and just the opportunities that we have available to our students. We have great families involved. We are working on our high school expansion, so details. We are still waiting for some approvals from the bishop to come through. Once those come through, we'll be releasing more information on that. But just really excited about the direction that we're going. We are about to start our redesignation as a K-8 STEM school. So we'll be working on that next year, getting all of that information ready to submit to the state to be redesignated. And then we're also looking down the road, making sure that our high school will be a STEM high school. So we're working on that designation, kind of putting those things in place now.
I was here in the mid-1980s when the high school closed, and I remember how emotional that was for everyone. And then when the news came about that you're planning, that really started getting the juices flowing again for a lot of people.
Yes, and the closure of the high school was really, really difficult for people, and wow, I mean, I'm married to someone who didn't get to graduate from Flaget High School. So we are looking at this as a great opportunity for our community to come together. The Diocese of Columbus is going through a lot of restructuring right now. Across the state of Ohio, there are currently 58 counties in the Diocese of Columbus, and I believe that we will soon be, the Diocese of Steubenville will be encompassed into the Diocese of Columbus, so which will make it even larger. But we're still facing priest shortages, and so therefore our parishes in this area, St. Mary's, St. Peter's, and St. Mary's Queen of the Missions in Waverly, we have been combined into a consortium of churches. So we are keeping all of our churches open, but we will be operating as one parish. So we'll be kicking that off this summer. But so it's been a rough time. We all have our traditions and our loves, and this is my parish. So I'm hopeful that this opportunity for expansion of the high school will remind people, this is what we're all about. We're about reaching out. We're about sharing God's message, and what better way to do it than by providing opportunities for our youth to grow in an environment that's filled with Jesus every day.
And your enrollment right now is a little over 200, right?
Yes, and we are actually at a high point, 25-year high in enrollment. So pretty excited about that.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So, did you mention that you have a couple of kindergartners this year, kindergarten classes?
This next year we will have 2 kindergarten classes coming in. Last year we had 2 kindergarten classes too, so we kind of get that birth thing where, so we have we'll have 2 first grades moving into 2 second grades, and then we'll have 2 kindergartens next year. I'm about to close out our pre-K. It's almost full. Preschool is getting there, so So yeah, the demand is really growing. I've got a couple grade levels that I have to, actually when I leave here, I got to go back and look at numbers again because I've had a bunch of applications come in, so I got to check my numbers. So yeah, it's really exciting, really exciting.
Sherri, you've been involved with education over the years, and of course through the city schools, and many people remember you there. What drew your interest to helping out with Flaget here?
Well, my granddaughter goes to Flaget. She's one of the kindergarten students, Brindley Maxwell, and so I volunteered at the beginning of the year to help them out before I became very involved with the country club. And, of course, education's in my heart. I taught for 35 years, and I continue to sub when I have time. So that's my interest with Flaget is my granddaughter. So that's where, and I would always help no matter what because I love doing events, and, education will always be at the core of my heart. So any way I can help, I will.
And Laura, this goes back to a God thing. It's nice to have people like that involved, and it's like God sending them your way.
I truly believe in that when God closes or when a door closes, God opens a window. And, every year families move on, new families come in. And a lot of times as you get to the end of a school year, you're looking at a family and you're like, oh, wow, so-and-so's not going to be here so much anymore because their kids are moving on to high school or whatever. And then you're like, what are we going to do? And then there's always someone who steps up. And that is the great thing about our community. Our Catholic community is phenomenal in that, but also our Ross County community is that way as well. And that's one of the things that I think as a county, we need to really showcase because of all the great things happening in Ross County and the way our downtown has flourished and the neat events that we have. It's because people care and people are stepping up and doing things to make our town and our county great for everyone. And it's good to be here. It's good to live here. Yeah. And hopefully more of our kids who are graduating from high schools and colleges are realizing that and come back home to make a difference because we are very fortunate to have such just a wonderful community to raise your kids in or to grow old in. I'm getting to the grow old section, so
I'm with you there.
Another example is Trina's father, John Albright. We worked together for years on the Miss South Central pageant. And John is at the school almost every day helping out. And when he texted me, we're also helping out with this event. And he calls Trina his daytime boss. And it's actually her father. But he said, my daytime boss told me that I had to buy a table. And so John is there helping out with everything. And so that's another example of someone who's giving every single day. And he's a father. But there again,
and a grandfather,
yes. So you never give. You're always giving. You never stop giving, regardless.
It's like in The Godfather, when he says, "Just when I think I'm out, they pull me back in."
I think the biggest thing is when you commit to investing in something, you become part of it.
You do,
and by becoming part of it, you're making it better for the community. And it just all comes back to Chillicothe.
And John will never stop giving. He's like me. All you have to do is ask, and he's right there.
Yeah.
And he's another example.
Good to have folks like that, huh?
Well, and the knowledge base that he has from
goodness.
his working with down in Piketon for so many years and the maintenance.
And the pageant and all the things he did with us.
He knows things. Like he can walk in the building and he sees things that need done that Laura does not see. Okay, I see paint jobs and maybe a stained ceiling tile that needs changed, but I don't know about like plumbing and that kind of stuff.
He can
God
do everything.
Places people in your life at the right time.
Yes.
So again, $30 for tickets, $300 for a table of 8. You can get those through bishopflaget.org.
That is correct. Yes. Okay. Yeah, just go to bishopflaget.org. It's actually on our homepage, the very top. You can also go through. We have it posted on our Facebook page, or you can stop up to school and just pop in the office, and we'll put your name on our list. So we don't actually have physical tickets, but we'll have a list with everybody's names.
The only thing I would encourage people to do, if you've never been to a Dueling Pianos and you're interested in it, or you want to see what they're all about, go to mobileduelingpianos.com. That's Frank's actual website, and just click on some of the events that they've done, and you'll be able to actually see Frank, and you'll be able to see what he does and the different people, the different performers that he has performed with. The performer that's coming this time is Alan Sloan, and I'm not sure there's a video with Alan. Alan just finished a 2-year stint on an NCL cruise ship. So he may not have a video with Alan, but you'll be able to see Frank on all of them. So if you want to go on there and just see exactly what he does, if you've not been to one, you're going to be impressed, I promise.
Very good. Keep in mind, this is all to help with the renovation for the gymnasium at Bishop Flaget School. And what better way to do it than to give your money and be entertained?
Oh,
Absolutely.
you will be entertained, I promise. I promise that.
Sherri Hoselton and Laura Corcoran, thanks for coming in, and come back this summer when you get closer to the high school plans.
Thanks for having us.
Definitely.
Sure thing.
Thank you.
And maybe we'll see you May 10th at Bishop Flaget School. That's it for this special edition of Litter Media Live. Thanks for watching.